This year, 2008, is the International Year of Sanitation. Do you know that sanitation is a big problem even in the European Union? Would you like your child to have to use this pit latrine? The school latrine in Garla Mare village, Romania, had puddles of urine standing at the entrance door. Some children, therefore, prefer to defecate in the open behind the latrine building. The school did not even have a functioning water source, no hand-washing facilities and no soap.
De dimineața și la prânz noi bem apă. Noi bem apă din fântânile noastre.
In the EU member states, almost 40% of the population do not have access to safe sanitation. This means that 20 million Europeans depend on pit latrines, soakaways and drains. This results in high morbidity, even mortality, especially among children. In Romania, 10 million people do not have access to safe sanitation. Small children still die from blue baby syndrome because of high levels of nitrates in well water, caused, amongst others, by infiltration of toilet waste into the groundwater. The World Bank estimates that 25% of all nitrate pollution in Romania is caused by human excreta. In this Romanian village, Garla Mare, the pollution stems from animal and human excreta and from pesticides. WECF found 5 times the allowed level of atrazine, a hormone-disrupting pesticide, in the water. The inhabitants of Garla Mare have difficulties feeding their families, especially the 38% Roma families who work as seasonal labourers. In years of bad harvest, they do not have enough to eat. Investing in sanitation is understandably not a priority. A survey by WECF showed that women and girls are more interested in clean sanitation than men. At the same time, women are least able to pay for improved sanitation. There are 78 public wells in Garla Mare. Due to lack of money, the quality of the water is hardly ever checked. WECF found high levels of nitrate and human fecal bacteria in the public water wells. The levels were so high that according to the EU Bathing Water Directive, the drinking water could not even be used for washing. However, the pollution is not visible and the citizens do not know it is the water that causes blue baby syndrome and chronic diarrhea.
Ce faceți acum? Ați auzit că nu e bună. Ce să facem? Bim în continuare, că așa m-am învățat. Ce să fac?
This settlement in Romania, Prislop, is another example of extreme poverty in Europe. It is by far not the only village where people do not have safe sanitation and clean water. The right to safe and affordable water and sanitation is one of the main missions of WECF, Women in Europe for a Common Future. Water cannot be considered a commodity. It is a basic human right, recognized by 24 countries, and recently also by Belgium, the United Kingdom and the Netherlands. That's why drinking water sources need to be protected from pollution. In the village of Sulica in Bulgaria, there is no central sewage. The people in the village use septic pits, from where toilet water infiltrates into the soil. This attracts flies, leads to bad smell, and it pollutes the groundwater. WECF and its Bulgarian member Earth Forever Foundation built a dry, urine-separating toilet for the cultural club of the village. Compared to the old outside pit latrine, the new toilet is heaven. On busy days, some 100 people come to the cultural club. Therefore, Earth Forever also built a soil filter to clean the wastewater coming from the sinks. Flowers have started to grow on it.
Parcă o să ne coste milioane apa aia. Zic că nu o să fie milioane.
11,000 euro. That is the price of a total system consisting of a toilet building and a soil filter. It is only a small fraction of what would have been needed to finance flush toilets and a sewage system. The dry ecological toilets provide fertilizer, in the form of sanitized urine used in the garden. The faecal dehydrates and turns into humus. Thus, the toilets no longer pollute the groundwater. Not only in Bulgaria, but also in other projects, in Romania and in other eastern countries, WECF and its partners build safe, dry, urine-separating facilities for schools and households. Women in Europe for a Common Future mobilizes women to find affordable solutions to the environmental health problems in their communities and encourages women to participate in decision-making. In Garla Mare, women had to deal with nitrates, human fecal bacteria and pesticides in their water wells, and they decided to take action. They created a women's organization, Women for a Clean Future, dedicated to creating a healthy environment. They built dry ecological school toilets and hand wash basins, and they cleaned their water wells. In Sulica, the women of the cultural club wish to have sustainable and safe sanitation facilities. In communities like Prislop, women took responsibility to improve the hygiene and the health of their families. Women can be a powerful catalyst for changes. But much more is needed. WECF believes that it should be the right for each EU citizen to have access to safe and affordable sanitation. So far, for 20 million people in the European Union, that right has not been fulfilled. It should be a priority to first help those who are most needing. We call on the Council of Ministers and the European Commission to make safe and affordable sanitation for all citizens of the European Union a key priority. Additional funding and effort are needed, and an action plan by which, at the latest by 2015, all the 20 million people have been provided with safer solutions.